call today, as we are going to run through some details of how to do certain things in your back office. We're going to update you on the last week that has passed, and you know, it's like this: a week in Crowd One is like a year in most businesses. So much stuff is going on, and since month we've been talking about stuff that's been been prepared for you guys and being ready to launch. And I'm just letting you know that right now, this is we literally, both Kenny and myself, jumped out of meetings and gotten into this one because so much is being done. You're entering into a real launch phase of Crowd One here. So the first speaker who's going to talk to you today is my very good friend, and he's the head of the network. He is the guy who really has been taking the lead on running nothing less but the biggest crowd network in the world. And I'm so happy, Kenny, that you're back joining us this week. And I'll hand it over to you, my friend.
Thank you, Jens. And yeah, it's great to always This is a call we're doing every Wednesday, and I think it's an important call. And it's also great to see how these calls are growing on a weekly basis with people, and not only people, but also from more and more different markets.
Kenny, just one quick thing here. We get into it last week when you could not participate because you were drowning in guests in Dubai. Can you just share a little of your from the office and what is going on right now?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have had hundreds of members since the office opened up, and as you know, we had the opening the 24th of September with 57 presidents from around invited, and the interesting thing is, after that, on the following Monday, which is the 27th, we actually start having, members arriving to the office. And we have had days with 100, even 130 people visiting the office. Obviously, we've had days with 20, 30, but I will say we have hundreds and hundreds of members coming. We have members right now. I went actually... but right before this call, I was out, and there was we had some leaders here with guests that I was saying hi to, and this is the foundation and thought of the office here in Dubai. You as leaders, and through your upline president, and we will, if not on the next ALG, but within a week or two, we will actually have a 10-minute session on how you can use the office with some slides, how you can work with it. We have a barista here, so you can go here for a meeting with somebody and have a cup of coffee, have a tea, a salad or a snack. And I mean, we have one of the best coffees there is, if you ask me. And obviously we have it at an amazing price. I mean, it's as I understand, it's about 40-50% less than if you go, to a cafe downstairs or anything like that. There's also conference rooms. So if you have a bigger group, you can do arranged bookings. And we have, for the top leaders, we can book what we call the greens, where not today, but tomorrow we have, 40, 60 members coming, and they actually book. So there's a sandwich for everybody, and they do a couple of hour training, talking about the business. And the response is, actually the biggest response we get is they love the office, and they want it open basically 24/7, 7 days a week, which we are not, capable of doing, but obviously we will always look at all feedback we're getting. Now, saying that, I'm actually extremely happy to get that response from everybody. So yeah, it's great, and it's great to be office full with members coming every single day. And the staff here is doing a tremendous job. Also, a great response I'm getting is that people are very feel welcome, they're taken care of, And, everybody's here to actually support, the crowd to keep on growing and the leaders to grow with new leaders. And that's a very positive part.
That's awesome. Awesome. It's good to hear. Just one thing,
Yeah.
guys, when you guys are booking and when in future you're doing, you cannot expect to have Kenny at your meetings, all of the meetings. He's so busy, and tell you flat out, since we launched the offices, that guy has not been able to leave the office to really move around because he's been in meetings nonstop, and obviously that cannot be kept up at that speed. But Kenny, we're tremendously grateful for the inhuman effort you're doing down there to make everyone feel welcome.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. We have fantastic staff here in Dubai, and yeah, if people feel it that way, it's the company look very good, and then myself being here all the time. So, but we have a lot of things to go through today, and a lot of things happening. It is a very been an exciting month already, and it's also great to see from the presidents that was here how they are growing their business, expanding their business. I've seen several of the presidents that was here in Dubai that have actually been here after the opening with new personal front lines they have recruited, talking about the future, talking about the vision, and that is the core business. That is showing people this and then teaching others to do the same. It is the core fundamental of what we're doing, sharing the opportunity of building a crowd once and getting paid on multiple opportunities. And on these calls, we try to always give you an update on the different areas. Company update, we have several today. And then, of course, the products, etc. Talking, company wise, I think we kind of already done that. We are growing and growing and growing, and actually preparing for even more growth. We just hit 38 million members, as we saw the other. We're closing to hit 40, and then it's going to be 50, and then it's going to be 100 million members. And the bigger the crowd gets, the more powerful we get, launching, promoting new products and services with our partners like we have with Mixter, with Planet IX, with Life Trends, of course, Mindo products, and of course, looking at the exciting coming launch of a multi-wallet as well. So obviously yesterday, I want to go through, in as detail as I can when it comes to the Crowd One rewards. The swap is now in big motion. So I just want to talk about that. When you log in, you'll see, the swap info. You'll click on it, and that is step one. And you go to your dashboard, click there, and you'll basically get a link in the bottom. And in that link, it will actually take you to Digital Partner Network, DPN. And that is step two. In step two, you click to register and make sure to use the same email as on your Crowd One account. This is important for syncing and simplicity, etc. So again, use the same email. So spell it correct and make it right, of course. About the third step, that is choose your username and a password to continue. Here you obviously choose a username and password to continue. This is on Digital Partner Networks area. Next phase or step, actually. This is a bit like step by step, right, Jens?
Don't go there.
Yeah. Next step is to fill out your details. And here, make sure that the details you're filling in match your KYC form. What is your KYC? It's know your customer. So write your name as, it is in the passport. So For example, if your first name is different than you call yourself, you should put it as in the passport. It's very, very important that you actually do the details as when you're doing the KYC form and process. Next is, of course, the information. Make sure to read through everything, all the information. Then we come to step 6. That is, of course, if you wish to convert to PLC shares, you choose opt-in and then submit. You don't choose opt-out, you choose opt-in to submit this. Then, of course, recommend you to add DPN to your home screen, so you have it, handy all the time. And actually, you're done with your part. This is, the first steps to start your process to get your shares in DPN. DPN stands for Digital Partner Network. And what is DPN? It is a company, basically a company that its job is to take care of the shareholders. And the shareholders are the ones that had C1 rewards come and swap them into DPN shares. The job of DPN is to actually create value increase and dividends for its shareholders, which is you guys. One of the things is obviously multi-wallet that DPN owns 50% of. And also, when it comes to the C1 rewards, prior, there basically profits from our products and services going to C1 rewards. This will now be going to DPN, and the shareholders of DPN will share that profit. Next thing is sales bonus. We have had delays on this. I will say that this is a very good thing. Our first sales bonus has successfully been claimed by our members. This is a very positive thing. It works kind of similar like the residual bonus, meaning that it comes in, you need to claim it. You have a week actually to claim your sales bonus. This is all to do with activity, drive, and focus in the network and in the field. We're very happy that we've had successfully done this the first month, and looking forward, of course, we're around the corner to the 15th when the next residual bonus is paid out, and then again a sales bonus. So actually there will be 2 payouts besides, of course, the crowd bonus that is done immediately. Talking a bit about the products, I think I leave it back to you, Jens.
Thank you, Kenny. Well, as you all know, there are many products that are offered, and behind each of these products are obviously independent companies who are looking to brand their product. They are looking to create awareness of their products, and what we're going to see, and not just in the beginning a little bit gradually, but what the world is going to see very quickly is the real potential of this business model, if you'll allow me to say that. Because what we have seen so far is that the crowd has been built very, very big and very effectively, but what has not yet been revealed is really the outcome and the impact for the companies involved, the partnering companies. And over the course of the next, I can say 6 months, not only will you guys see, but people outside the network and the crowd will begin to understand and begin to familiarize themselves with one or multiple of the product offerings that we are currently having in our product. Why is that important? Because that will be a testimony. It will be a proof of concept that these businesses are actually being launched effectively, powerfully, successfully through the crowd, through your business. And this part of the business model is really something that is going to fundamentally change everything. Why? Because it gives proof of concept to people, looking outside in, but it also gives proof of concept to companies looking outside in, who will eventually be even more interested in offering their products and services to us, which in return means that Crowd1 will be able to offer you, the very best products to promote, the very best companies to launch in the market. So this is something that there's a great focus on these days, in really sharing and telling that part of the story, which is also a very, very important part of Crowd1. Today, we're not going to dive into any particular product, but I really want you to think about this as you're looking on this slide, of these companies who are going out there and they will really engage in the public market in a very different way in future. And this is something that I think we all look forward to. If you can click one time, Kenny. We also have some IT updates. Now, as you all know, the holding account was introduced and did not happen as smooth as everyone has hoped for. But then again, not everyone sees the magnitude of the software that is involved here. This is why the company really have stepped up in so many ways to ensure that we have strong launches, and should anything not work as intended, it will quickly be adjusted. But you've seen updates and fixes have been made to rectify the functionality and issues with the holding account. And this is tremendously important, that it is all rectified and it's all functioning the way it should be for all of you. We already heard, and we understand and we appreciate that. A lot of noise when people are seeing mine is not there and there is this issue. But please now look back again. Look back again, say now everything is done and it's dusted. And at this time, we are actually starting to get something that is very spectacular. And I know Kenny is tremendously excited about this, because for so long, we've been talking about this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And today, Kenny, we've got a lot of positive feedback, haven't we?
Absolutely. Just a couple weeks ago, people start making their, withdrawals. We're talking 2-3 days. And obviously, as you know, we have actually, as informed, gone from, having a 21-day to a 14-day focus. And also the amount of withdrawals you can do at a time from 26 to 30. Now, the thing there is, I got, very excited people today. Feedback is that, people got paid and they said, oh, I got paid in 3 days and I got paid in 2 days and so on. And now, obviously, we started doing payouts yesterday, and this is going to be done on a regular basis, even though it's within 14 days. And that doesn't mean you start telling the whole world that, now the payouts are done in 3 days, because then you will kind of be creating a problem for yourself. You should still talk about 14 days payout, but we will be bridging these 14 days to make sure that, because when we're done to 30 days from now, 45 days from now, we're rolling with a 14-day process. Until we are at the 14-day state, we will be bridging this and like step by step doing it, so you are in line. And of course, we want you to feel that the company is now put in the past, meaning, this was before, after. One thing, as I said to the president when we were here, when we have our next event, the 22nd of November, when we meet in December, one thing I am not going to have to talk about is payment delay. Going to talk about other 85 existing BP that you had the 8th. on those money, it will be coming in starting the 1st of November, weekly coming in that you can claim it. And when you have it on your BPO account, you can withdraw that, your 15%, and anything you're making weekly or daily, you can actually withdraw. It's not that we're putting 85% on money you're making now as well into the holding account. I know there's been a misunderstanding on that on some cases. Absolutely not. So as I've said before, there's all the people that are joining now, all the people that have joined the last 3 months, they're basically not affected by this as well. But the difference is you can now build your business at speed you haven't been able to. And when I'm saying haven't been able to, still the company has been breaking a record the last 12 months, even though it's had payment delay. Imagine how you now can build with new people your business in a whole other speed. And for some people, it will take 3 weeks. Some it will take 10 weeks. Some it will take 20 weeks until they get the right feeling to be able to drive their business at a speed that they should be doing on a daily basis. So yes, Jens, I'm very excited about this. I'm very happy that I think today will be one of my last days. I'm talking about any past payment delays. I'm going to be talking about people getting paid in time.
Yes, I think officially this is going to be the second last time. Last time will be the call just before the month switch, where we will tell everyone that now you can, go ahead and get your weekly holding account. And like we've said before, looking back 3 months, 6 months from now, and you want to share your back office with someone, what's going to happen is this. People are going to look at your back office and they're going to say, hey, this holding account, what's that? To say, this is something we had for all the pioneers when they started, when we all came together to do this thing with the company. This is something you will not have. Honestly, do you think that people say, I wish I had that holding account, or do you think they would be happy not to have it? I bet you anyone would love to have that account at that time, because A, they would have the funds there that they already accumulated. B, they would have been in a better timing. So I think that I think it's the second last time that we're ever gonna mention it, Kenny. But there's more stuff happening now. I look into the future, right?
Absolutely.
And we got some upcoming events, and the one of them is on the 16th. And again, here, guys, I want to remind every one of you, and please do that right now. Go into your back, register for the mega event. Why? You need to be able to share that information with the company, because it will tell the company a lot about how to best service everyone out there. And if you're not registered, we cannot see that you're sitting next to someone watching it. We know that a lot of people are having get-togethers. We know that there's a lot of teams watching it. But just to make sure that the company has the feedback, please make sure you individually register for this event, and make sure that people in your organization are doing the same. Make an effort of going into your back office every single day. Make sure you go in there, claim your loyalty points. Make sure you have an activity. Why? People are saying, why do we need that? Well, the simple truth is, if you want to have a business, you need to be engaged in it. You need to be involved with it. You need to visit that business. A restaurant owner cannot say, I'm going to come once a week and then serve the people I feel I want to serve. You got to be there on a consistent basis, because it's going to prep your mind. And on the 16th of October, you're going to see, parts of the new steps. There's going to be an awesome promotion, and it's going to lead up to the 22nd of November. And Kenny, how, before you go into talking about the 22nd of November, can you please share with us, why is the 16th of October important if I'm coming on the 22nd of November?
Well, there is the mega event, the 16th, it's actually online. You can actually, every single member can in your team, and every single member I mean, you have a couple of days to be, well, you could almost say 3 days, but it's not a full 3 days, 2.5 days to actually even recruit people that you haven't started in Crowd One yet, and make sure that they are on the mega event the 16th. First of all, hear from the founder, the CEO, a lot of things, and also things happening with Planet IX, things around the multi-wallet, things expanding in the company. And that online event you should take as an expansion of your business globally, and really use it to push your business. And it goes out in the different languages that we do market. So actually, you could today, if you have a team of people, I would try to have 150 people on there, listening on Saturday. If you have 1,000, you should have more than 1,000. You should have every single person is looking for an opportunity to build a crowd once and getting paid on multiple opportunities, and actually having a growing residual income on a monthly basis. Why I say growing residual income is that you can grow in rank and you can grow your residual income. We also have a rank boost until 3rd of January, meaning whenever you do any points for each rank, you get 30% extra points for your rank. So when you do 1,000 points, it calculates 1,300 points for achieving your rank. This is a phenomenal way for you to hit director 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, and beyond, and grow your residual income. So yes, you should have as many people as possible on the 16th of October.
Awesome, Kenny. And on the Dubai Live, I mean, we cannot reveal everything that is going to be there, but what we can promise is that the Dubai Live, in the amazing environment of Atlantis, the Palm, it's going to be really a day. It's going to be, one of these days where you really make a proper investment in yourself, where you take the time to dream, where you take the time to think big, let down all your limitations, and I don't think we can tell enough about it. I mean, there's no one on this call who has not been on the journey for the last 6 months and have seen all of the changes that have been made. Now, they've seen the gradual changes, but then just look at it now. We got a clarification on the payments. We're seeing them running faster. We are seeing that the product pack that was in your packages are now turning into being multi-million. See one company really unfold it on the 22nd of November and show how powerful this is, because this company's been growing rocket speed in the last month, where it has really promoted through the crowd. And so there's really no telling to the importance of the Dubai Live, because I think really, Kenny, it's going to be the first event where people are going to really see, where really not just people, all of us are really going to see, feel, understand the magnitude of the concept.
Absolutely. I mean, Atlantis is a magical place, and Crowd One is, I would say, a magical company and a magical crowd growing at a high speed. And I know I say that a lot, but that's what you really need. You are building a crowd. You're not building Mixter. You're not building Planet X. You're not, building Mindo. You are building your crowd within Crowd One. And these events, and this event in particular, is a super important. And I know that there are people that due to regulations can't travel. But my recommendation, if you are serious about building term business, building the crowd, going for directors, going for president or higher in this company, I do recommend you right to this call to contact your upline president. Say, I want the ticket. Not only that, I recommend you to get your 2-3 best leaders in your team to say, I don't just want one ticket, upline president. I want 5 tickets, one for me and one for my, 3, 4 key leaders. Get that locked in. Make sure, if you have the possibility, if you are looking at building a long-term business with Crowd One, I recommend you to be here the 22nd of November. It will be a full blast day event with an amazing gala dinner at evening at the Atlantis.
Awesome, Kenny. And yeah, I think that's it for this week. Be sure to tune in next week when Kenny will be hosting this call directly from the head office in Stockholm. And we're going to announce during the week who is going to be the special guest, but I can tell you already now, you can be excited about that one. And yeah, wish you all a successful week. Take care and stay tuned.
Everybody, see you next Wednesday.